holding all over it. Is this a foregrip on the end? What is this?
Hold
I
on,
grabbed
wait
the
a
barrel,
second.
right?
Does that mean the Kurt Cobain Shotgun Edition has a lip zone? Sorry, too soon?
Oh, that was.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average FocusTripp Channel evaluator that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we're going to be discussing and evaluating the FocusTripp channel. And I'm going to give you guys what I like, what is good about the channel, what he does well but needs to improve, what I would like to see in the future, and 4 major goals that I think he should take on if I was him to make the channel a little bit better. Now, why is this video happening? Because a lot of guys think his channel is the beacon of hope in the gun community. They think that he is the hope in the darkness, the light in the tunnel. He is Gandalf riding down the mountain with his live streams to expose the Urukai, aka the Iraq veteran 8888 PSA shills that are in the formation, the PSA Jackal, nothing fancy enjoyers out there. He is going to expose the drunken X-ray alpha on a random Saturday night and all of the things along the way. So you guys will just have to get down in the comment section and post your current thoughts. Is FocusTripp's channel the beacon in the darkness to save us from the FUDs out there, the hope in the gun community, to give us a real take, long form content from live of the few people we've been following in the gun community and the gun space here on YouTube that is, kind of dried up and turned kind of fuddy and very shilly here recently? Or is he, a beacon in the darkness to lead us to salvation? Let me know. Is he a Joe Rogan wannabe, or is he the one that will ultimately save the gun community? I look forward to reading those spicy comments down below. Like I said, guys, if you want to support the channel, you like the video, that you can do that right now. It's a free concept that helps out more than you know. You can comment your thoughts on the FocusTripp channel prior to me telling you my thoughts here in about 15 seconds. And if you want to help with the future burn downs that are going to be happening with the Ruger RXM, the PSA Dagger, and probably a ton of other guns in the future, both rifles, we'll probably test out the Jackal, the PSA Jackal, we'll probably test out a couple other rifles along the way, and that'll be the future of the channel moving forward, as well as some of these spicier takes, like talking about FocusTripp's live stream and review videos. Okay, so thanks for doing all that. I'll leave links for everything down below, as well as FocusTripp's channel if you want to go over there and support him. Now, first I want to discuss the things he does good. So like I said, we're going to discuss things he does good, things he does well but can improve, what I'd like to see in the future, and 4 major goals that I do think he should take on to make his channel better. Now, all of this is spurring from some good ideas that he gave me and some things that I'm going to be changing about my own channel moving forward that I think could make it better, that some of which came from Mr. FocusTripp. So thank you, sir. One of the things he told me is I need to, during these 1,000-round reviews, actually incorporate some drills like, 1 reload 1s, build drills, shoot 2, or doubles on different targets, shoot 2, move, and shoot 2 at a new target. You name it, right? Mozambique, you name the drill. We'll be shooting more drills here on the channel during the 1,000-round burndowns. But now it's my chance to give him some direct feedback, but I think you guys might enjoy it, and I think he might enjoy it, and I think he might be able to actually digest this better if he ever sees this, rather than just reading a text, right? So from buddy to buddy, here's what I think you do good, here's what I think you can do well but improve, and things you do kind of poorly. So let's get into it. Things you do good. You give guests a opportunity to speak that is long format, relatively uninterrupted, and somewhat guided during the approach. You have a variety of guests on, and you let them talk. Right now, that's going to lead into some of the things you can do better. But right now, the thing you're doing good is giving people a platform, giving them an opportunity to share their opinions, whether it be regarding training, whether it be regarding gear, you name it, or a specific product, or maybe a legal issue that happened, or maybe something deeper or something funny like Tim Kennedy, because we all know he's an idiot, right? So whether it be something funny like a YouTuber or a personality that has gone astray, or training or a certain product, you do a good job of bringing on people to discuss that. The platform overall is good. The review content is okay, and it does get clear, concise guidance and straight to the point with B-roll in the background. So those are the things you're doing good. So keep all those things. Some things that I think you should do better, or that you do well but can improve. Okay, having Richard present is good, but I do feel that it is very distracting that your co-host and editor has their camera off. So keep Richard, but I do recommend having them show their face. It is very distracting to see camera, no face, right? So I do feel that all guests should share their camera. That should be a prerequisite to be on the live stream. Like I said, keep Richard in the stream, but he needs to share his face. If sharing your face is a problem, I think they should not be on the show. Just my 2 cents, right? Plan guests more, give people more predictability. So announce what guests are going to be gone. Maybe even upload, okay, this going live in 4 days, this going live in 3 days. You know what I mean? Have the actual video up so guys can build hype, or make a community post talking about what guests are going to be coming on what date. Now, if guests drop out, that should be something that you share. Hey, if this guest dropped out, super inconvenient. If they drop out multiple times, that should be something you should take note of. If you're not doing that already, well, start doing that, right? But yes, plan guests, upload it, have a schedule so guys can have some predictability, and it'll also help with your view numbers because it'll get guys hyped up. So that's going to include, you are going to have to be more involved in the community. And I know live streams aren't the only thing you do, but for the live streams, that's something you're going to have to do. Be confident. Whenever you have a guest that is going against your belief system or going against what you actually feel, you need to be more confident and share those thoughts with them. So I know you've already started doing this a little bit, but I'd like to see you have more of a firm stance in your viewpoint whenever things are getting brought up, and directly go against the guest, right? If it's just you and the guest, you need to go against them. You need to push them and challenge them a little bit more than you have been, right? Be the host. It's your channel. It's your show, right? Okay. In the future, things I'd like to see in the future. Interesting guests with opposing viewpoints on at the same time. Now, I know you've tried to do this with some of the Trigger, Fallout guy that happened with some of the legal battle going there. You inadvertently did it with X-Ray Alpha, Brass Facts, and that whole deal, right? But have opposing viewpoints on at the same time, build hype, and let them speak individually, and then give your take near the end of the video or throughout the video, and be very confident in your opinion. If you don't have one, you should develop it prior to those guests coming on. Now, there is a difference between facilitation and joining in the fight, but many a times it is sometimes, I would say it is sometimes viewed that you ride the fence between the two lines. Pick one and go with it, especially if you're in the conversation, not just facilitating. Especially when it comes to hot takes, okay? Now, moving forward, some things that I do think, some ideas for guests, okay? So you've discussed Tim Kennedy, you've had Matt Pranka, and you've discussed Iraq Veteran 8888. Some interesting guests might be Lucas Bakken. Now, I want to put an asterisk on that, and something you can do better / something that you should consider. For your channel, you sometimes allow guests to join midstream, mid-discussion. Now, for the more serious discussions, which is a lot of them on your channel, whether you know it or not, allowing a guest like Lucas Botkin to join midstream, mid-argument, mid-debate, I should say, not argument, but debate, is not conducive to a debate-style environment. It can be viewed as you're just allowing heavy hitters to sway the conversation. So just understand that about the situation moving forward. Whoever the preset guest list is, they are the preset guests are the guests. Don't allow people to join midstream, and I'm guilty of joining midstream on your show before, okay? So don't allow that to happen, and that is something I would steer away from. I would recommend bringing on some of the more historic dinosaur channels, such as Colion Noir, Nut and Fancy, Military Arms Channel, Honest Outlaw, Such Double Lot, and position these people and give them a platform where they can try to explain. Not all these people are guilty of this, but a lot of them are guilty of some shillery happening. We've all seen it. Capitalism is a real thing, but shilling is something else entirely. We all know Such Double Lot has never had a bad review. We all know Iraq Veteran 8888 shoots 15 bullets out of a gun and gives his review on it on the flat range. Among other things, we know Nut and Fancy is a PSA enjoyer, and we know Lucas Bakken had that hot take about not training civilians because they're harder to train, even though he's literally a civilian. So just some things to think about there. Okay, 4 key points, right? 4 key points And I've already given a bunch of points, right, about other things, but here's the 4 things that I would change if I was FocusTripp and I was looking at myself like a bird's eye view, kind of like how you gave me some pointers on my channel. The things I would recommend changing are as follows. Guys, if you got this far, like the video, comment down below your thoughts, and make sure you're actually subscribed to the FocusTripp channel. If you want to support monetarily for any reason, there'll be links down below. Okay, the 4 things where I think you can improve majorly, and it will drastically improve the quality of your content overnight. LARP more and longer form content in your gear out in a field environment. Don't be afraid to post a long form content of you rucking somewhere, setting up a lean-to, discussing a chest rig, some body armor, how it does. Don't just shoot every video with B-roll. Shoot some videos. I know that's easy for me to say. I'm filming this in a hurry after work with B-roll. But some videos, I think your audience would like to see you out in the woods, your face in front of the camera, not just your face on the live stream. So you in a tactical, I guess, you in a LARPing environment in front of the camera is going to benefit you a lot. And do a long form review. More long form reviews in front of the camera, become more personable, because if people just see you as the guy that's doing the live stream, which is what a lot of people already view you as, is the live stream guy, not the reviewer. I know it's not accurate, but it is a thing. If you get out there, LARP more in the woods, in the mountains with your kit, long form content, reviewing a piece of gear that will help you greatly. Okay, so LARP more, longer format, be more personable. It will do better things, right? Next, compete. Competition isn't everything, but it is something. I think this is going to go. The next 2 points are going to help a lot. It doesn't matter if you're the best shooter in your local area or the worst shooter. Go to a competition, sign up on Practice Score, and do some matches. It'll encourage guys that consume the content. It will encourage them to go out and compete themselves, and it will also make you a better shooter and make you learn more things and give you some stress inoculation. You'd made comments recently that attending one course shows you what you've been doing wrong for years on the flat range by yourself. So go compete. Encourage your audience to compete and go compete. Turn the camera on. If you have a bad run, a bad stage, still upload that footage, right? Don't shy away from competition. Part 3, earn some pedigree. There it is. There's the pedigree phrase. Now, I'm going to actually break that down, though. Attend more courses. It's okay to attend courses to get outside your comfort zone. I know you've done this recently with an X-Ray Alpha Ben Steger class. I would like to see you attend more courses. You don't have to be a Navy SEAL or a Green Beret or be in the Army for over a decade to have an opinion. However, attending some classes, whether it be rifle and handgun classes, attending some, any class, literally any class, and sharing your experiences is going to help build a little bit of trust and build some quote unquote pedigree. Like I said, probably one of the less important things on the list, but it will help, I believe, your audience build more trust, and it will show you putting your name in the game rather than just hiding behind the camera during a live stream. So go out there, get dirty, earn some pedigree, and I think you'll be more thankful that you got out there and showed yourself outside of your comfort zone. And just saying, hey, I attended this course isn't enough. We need to see footage. We need to see you out there, right? Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Go out there, earn the coveted pedigree, become pedigree. I know it's not as important, but it is something. Last thing I know, this is just something that I've noticed. Some of your review videos are super educational, informative, right? But it seems like you're rushing through them. You'll drop a ton of statistics, and you'll drop how many ounces something weighs, what the battery life is, what all the parameters are, and then you'll move on super quick. I would say slow down and talk about why certain things are more important. Expand. Make a 10-minute video a 25-minute video. Connect to the audience more. You already do this okay with dropping jokes here and there regarding current trends in the industry, current trends in the community, right? But slow down during some of your reviews. Get in front of the camera. Don't just use all B-roll. I know it's easy for me to say because, like I said, I'm using B-roll right now. But get in front of the camera in your kit and talk to people. Even if it's out in the field, in the mountains, and you just take 15 minutes to discuss why maybe the ACOG is the best optic in the world, right? Or whatever thing is that you're reviewing. Just my 2 cents. Getting in front of the camera will make you more personable, and I'll show you out in a field environment, not just you with some B-roll here and there as you discuss it, back at the office. Okay, it doesn't have to be every video, but I would say that would help with some viewer retention along the way for some of your bigger product reviews. Okay, like I said, everything I discussed today is just my thoughts, honest thoughts and opinions. FocusTripp is a friend of mine, so this isn't me hating on him in any form or fashion. He gave me a lot of constructive criticism for my channel, and this is me giving it to him, as well as you guys, and giving you my thoughts on his channel. I think his channel can be the light in the darkness for to keep the floods away and keep the trainers in and, bring in all the quote unquote Minutemen, prepared citizens that are actually out there training. Can bring them in closer and keep the floods away if we make some steady changes. Overall, I do feel the channel as it sits right now is a positive in the community, but it can easily be ruined by having the wrong guest on. You know who I'm talking about, dropping the wrong words and not correcting it, or at least telling them, do you really think that was the right thing to do, right? Having a backbone is something, and sometimes I think there's a time and place for it, and everyone should stand up for what they believe in. But leaving that where it is, overall, channel is a good spot, but these are some major or minor things that I would encourage you to do along the way. Guys, if you aren't subscribed to the FocusTripp channel, at least go over there and check him out. If you enjoy his content, then subscribe. No, he's not just a guy on a live stream. However, I think these things will help out that live stream and maybe help out some of the content along the way. Thanks for being here, guys. Do all the things, the YouTube things, like, comment, all the stuff you already know. If you want to support monetarily, become a member of the Patreon, or you can support directly with the link below for the ammo fund for the burndowns. Thanks for being here, and until next time, it's going to be Trench Grenade, the average FocusTripp channel supporter that your mom said that we have at home, signing out. Cheers.
Wolverines!